answering business challenges. L&T's growth is linked to that of our nation. As free India marched into a green revolution, L&T constructed every major fertilizer plant to secure India's access to food. As India opened its gates to liberalization, L&T built world-class infrastructure to welcome the world. As India's economic power grew, so did its need for power. L&T was there to build power plants. As India grew, so did L&T. But today, as we go global, the opportunities and challenges are larger and more universal than any we have seen before. Growth itself is in question. On the one hand, global demand for green technologies and cleaner power generation and the national infrastructure push are throwing up new high-growth opportunities. On the other hand, challenges such as increasing unavailability of natural resources like water are putting continuation of business under jeopardy. Financial meltdown, human resource unavailability, and government policies are putting pressure on business. Our license to operate is under pressure from tighter government policies, the burden of increasing customer expectations, and the loss of trust among society. We need to address these challenges urgently. Practically, it is this combined basket of opportunities and challenges which is termed as corporate sustainability.
In the good old days, whenever I used to address project managers at site or a project managers conference, I always used to say that the three cardinal principles or the parameters which a project manager should monitor was the cost, the time and the quality. But somewhere down the line, maybe 15 years from now, 15 years before, I started adding a fourth dimension, which was safety, because the construction pace was getting much faster. So safety was came out to be a bigger concern. And 10 years before, I started adding the fifth dimension, which is environmental protection, as a cardinal principle to all our project managers.
Conceptually, sustainable development is defined as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs.
I would like each one of you to realize that what we do today, the future generations will stand benefited. Or what we abuse today, the future generations will get deprived.
Operationally, sustainability means taking care not only of the financial, but also the environmental and social bottom lines.
Corporate sustainability is no longer a wish or philanthropy. In order to continue doing business, we have to have thrivable community and sustainable environment.
So it is no more just a corporate social responsibility or just a duty of a good corporate citizen, but I think it is all the more becoming a very important ingredient for business success.
Pursuing this mission of sustainable development can make our business more competitive.
Just to give an example, if you take the auto sector, the companies, the Japanese companies who have focused on the sustainable technologies for emission control or for alternate fuel, they have taken a big lead over some of the American counterparts who are not focused on it as much as Japanese did. And today, the Japanese are in a much, much better position business-wise.
More innovative.
Sustainability is the key driver of innovation.
More environmentally responsible.
It is our important from the business perspective that we don't really deplete these resources as well as don't pollute them.
More connected to community.
We are taken the initiative to train the people to develop the skill and use of local population so that we can take care of their long-term requirement.
More future ready.
Today, the campaign against global warming is loud and clear, and the government is also coming out with a lot of legislation, a lot of statutory obligations which all of us need to follow, and the construction industry is no exception.
More in synergy with customer needs.
It's not only the government, it is also many of our worthy customers and clients for whom we are doing the work. They are making it as a subject matter of pre-qualification, that a company which takes care of its sustainability and takes care of all the issues, environmental protection, can only be pre-qualified for the construction projects.
More attractive to employees. More profitable. In other words, sustainability is a must for thrivability.
One of the parameters or measurement of the company will be its contribution, its commitment, its dedication to sustainability. And that will be one more dimension, therefore, which will add to your PE multiple. So a company which is not practicing sustainability may get a PE multiple for the same profit. Say 100 crores. He gets a PE multiple of 20. You get a PE multiple of 30. We are very clear that we will do it in such a religion manner, process-driven manner, way of life manner, that it becomes a part of life and does not add to the cost. If you do it by ad hocism, it adds to the cost. You make it as your habit, it does not add so much to the cost. You have to look at in a broader perspective, you are becoming a better global citizen, better Indian citizen, and better L&T citizen. So let's resolve that we will all, as a company, as an individuals, because company is finally made up of individuals, will ensure really that people who live within the company and around us, we contribute to make them little more happy, little more healthy, little less suffering. Let us resolve to make sure that the environment within which we live, we make it somewhat better in a minor, micro manner, in a manner in which we can do.
Actually, we as leaders in construction, and we have to lead, we have to show other people what we do. We are not only in construction, we are also members and office bearers of many associations which talk about construction, which represent to the government on many issues. So we need to show the way.
Before we take any decision or action, we must give consideration to all three: financial, environmental, and social impacts. we have already flagged off our sustainability journey. Since the past 2 years, we are monitoring our sustainability performance across 79 parameters and publicly reporting this performance through our group sustainability report. At ECCD, we want to be leaders in sustainability and have undertaken important sustainability initiatives on the environment and social fronts. In the new emerging world, environmental sustainability is a must for business success. At L&T ECC, we have defined 4 focus areas. First, resource conservation. Second, environment enhancement. Third, prevention and control of pollution. Fourth, waste management. Focus Area 1, resource conservation.
Basic principle of any sustainable business, that is optimum use of the resources. Cut down your wastages and also recycle the materials what we have already used.
Best practices adopted at our various sites for conservation of raw materials include use of crusher sand instead of river sand, use of recycled aggregates, and use of fly ash to reduce cement consumption in concrete.
We have taken initiatives to use alternative materials so that we don't disturb natural resources.
First step to managing our water usage is measurement. We need to accurately measure our water usage at all our sites, all our offices, and all our manufacturing facilities. Best practices already being implemented at various sites to ensure water conservation include installation of water management system, sewage treatment plant for treating wastewater, use of recycled water for watering plants, rainwater harvesting to augment water resources and recharging groundwater, water harvesting trenches, digging recharge pits, using permeable concrete to reduce stormwater runoff and enhance recharging of groundwater, installing automatic flush systems. Our energy conservation initiatives include solar panels, solar lights, sunshades on glass windows that cut 60% of sunlight, thereby keeping the building cooler and cutting down on the use of air conditioners, heat insulation material for rooftops, occupancy sensors that optimize air conditioning, large windows to ensure more natural daylight, use of lighting group control system based on time and occupancy, CFLs in all common areas.
Another area what we are working is supplying and using automatic cutting machine and welding machine to reduce energy as well as removing the health hazard conditions.
Focus Area 2, environment enhancement.
Customers today are looking for better value addition through green concepts. Why? Because today everyone is thinking of saving energy, saving water, and also protecting the environment.
Our initiatives in environment enhancement include constructing green buildings that meet LEED certification, use of formwork and casting technologies, state-of-the-art reusable labor colony, Green Hands Nursery project by employees, green boundaries at all plants, green pavements on all building exteriors, plantation in labor colonies.
The project quality plan should also incorporate the project environment plan, and it should take into account the local environment regulations.
The area where we have to focus is supply chain management. Why? The reason is we have to look for green materials Also, we have to communicate to our vendors, our suppliers, that what are all the benefits they are going to harness in future by providing green materials.
Focus Area 3, Pollution Control and Prevention.
Gentlemen, today everyone is looking for how to reduce carbon dioxide emission and also greenhouse gas emission.
Best practices adopted for control and prevention of air pollution include tarpaulin covers, covered loading bins, covered conveyor belts, covered transportation, transport of material in wet condition, water sprinkling to prevent dust emission, air pollution control device, scrubbers for treating gases from DG sets, zero HCFC refrigerants in chillers, air handling units that increase circulation of fresh air, static carpet at building entrance to trap dust, low VOC carpets. Best practices to reduce noise pollution include encased DG sets, soundproof vents to control noise from DG sets, noise monitoring devices. Focus Area 4, Waste Management. The best practices in liquid and solid waste management employed are bin center to collect recyclable garbage, garbage separators, using treated water for construction.
A very strict control in the factories has reduced our wastages from almost 3% to 0.5%.
Social initiatives. The accelerated economic growth of India has had two worrying fallouts. One, scarcity of human resources, and second, a huge economic divide in society. This divide has created unrest and anger among large sections of society. This frustration is oft vented in the form of protests against big businesses, causing growth obstacles and derailment of projects. At L&T, we are bridging the gaps, greeting every opportunity to empower the community with outstretched hands. All of us need to commit ourselves to this cause and build trust in the society with the same passion that we build infrastructure. ECCD's very existence depends on our ability to nurture a sustainable staff through progressive people policies and focusing on their health and safety. Develop a sustainable workforce by training fresh talent and looking after the welfare of our existing workforce. Creating a sustainable community through development and care. In the process, strengthening our bond with society. Sustainable staff. Happy employees are the essential pillars for healthy business relations. To create a sustainable staff, we offer a conducive work environment, sustainable career development, and a safety culture unparalleled in the industry. Some of the best practices adopted in this area include anytime learning or e-learning, performance management systems. Our safety strategy is to nurture a zero accident culture and reinforce it with best protective gear, vigilant inspection, preventive health checkup, sustainable workforce. Our workmen represent the largest force in our business. Keeping their motivation high, continuously upgrading their skills, ensuring their safety and providing them welfare should be among our prime concerns. We have already adopted many good practices such as training and development. We run schools that impart construction skill training to rural and economically backward youth, making them employable and productive.
We have established 6 training institutes across India to train unskilled manpower and also enhance our workmen skills at our sites.
We also keep upgrading their skills through collaboration with ITIs, NCVT certification, and online job training, health and safety. It is our constant endeavor to look after the health and safety of our workforce. Safety talks every morning at all the project sites. Daily safety pledge. Training is imparted in correct use of safety gear. Safety induction through animated films. Safety supervisors keep a watchful eye on proceedings. Color-coded helmets for workmen undertaking various risk-oriented tasks. Fall arresters. On-site safety posters to constantly remind and reinforce safety. Safety ribbons to barricade and demarcate hazardous areas. Fire extinguishers to deal with emergencies. Ambient air quality is constantly monitored to ensure swift corrective action. Constant monitoring of CO2 and other hazardous gases being emitted from various construction equipment. Welfare of workforce.
We are working all over India and we have to have some responsibility towards the society for training those people. In fact, we are drawing the people from the poorest of the poor people, the people who are school dropouts, who doesn't have a good educational background, the people from below poverty line. These people, we pick it up, we impart them structured training in terms of knowledge and skills, and we try to give them a matching job after the training is over.
We are also ensuring a healthy living environment for our workmen by setting up labour colonies, on-site medical centres, organising medical check-up camps at regular intervals, contributing to welfare fund, installing treatment plant, setting up canteens for workmen, sprinkling insecticide in the labour colony for pest control, and opening a provision store in the site to cater to the daily needs. Sustainable community. Our communities are our hosts. It is our responsibility to create a win-win situation for our collective future.
The success of an organization today very much depends on how it is able to foresee the future requirements of the society, future expectations of society.
Our ongoing initiatives include monitoring neighbouring structure to prevent any damage, building roads and greening environment to improve the neighbourhood, creating employment opportunities for locals, organizing medical camps, organizing eye camps, distribution of medicines.
Every one of you can be a champion of sustainability while doing business, as also keep it in mind for do service for the community, because economic numbers alone will not translate into nation's progress.
Sustainability and you.
At this stage, I would like to emphasize that the efforts done at the top level are not going to be sufficient. Everyone from our team has to be committed to this very, very important aspect of corporate sustainability in all the fields wherever you are engaged.
All these initiatives, we want to do it in a very rigorous way, in a structured way, in a streamlined way in all our job site, and that is what is ultimately required.